I'm not just talking about money. Money is the lowest form of measuring success. Titles are the lowest form of measuring success. I'm talking about, how are your relationships? Are they fulfilled? How is your purpose? Is it fulfilled? Are you overflowing? Can I see the fruits of your tree? What's the fruits of my tree? How many people are being impacted by the way you live and your mission? That's the fruits of your tree. You're watching your Lamborghinis is not the fruits of your tree. Other families impacted by what you got going on and what you're doing is the fruits of your tree. And one thing I've taught repeatedly through the last 13 years, as I myself have been going through a success journey and then sharing gems along the way, is that there's no gray area. In anything you do where you want to be great, there's no gray area. If you want to lose weight, there just can't be a gray area with food. This is my testimony. Because what happens is the gray area starts off like, it's just one piece of bread for breakfast. I mean, who doesn't eat toast for breakfast? And then it's just a sandwich for lunch. I mean, how bad is a sandwich for lunch? And then next you know, I'm making sandwiches out of whatever I have for dinner, right? Because that gray area, what it does is it turns to one decision, one side or the other. And so when you are doing anything that requires great change, whether you're trying to have a better marriage or a better parenting philosophy, whether you want to have better mental health or a better body, or you're pursuing stronger, everlasting relationships, you've got to chase it. You've got to be hungry for it. You have to wake up and make a new decision. I know the Bible says every day I wake up, I put a new armor of God on me every day, because you ain't safe. The helmet, the shield, the sword, every day. You think you're safe out here? Be fooled. You got to do it every day. And I believe that that is an example of what it takes to deny self and to grow, no matter what you're trying to grow in. And when you're denying self, you guys, and you're pushing self to do greater things. I was talking to my niece this morning. She said, Auntie Wanda, you're so right. You know, I used to wake up about an hour right before I had to go to work. And then I would be frustrated because I didn't get to pack a lunch. I didn't get to have breakfast. I didn't get to work out. I didn't even get to shower the way I wanted to. And I'd rush into work and then I'd be tired all day. And I'm thinking, well, maybe I need to sleep in a little more so I'm not as tired. And I say, KK, how about you try this? How about you force yourself to get a set amount of hours of sleep? And then once you got that hours of sleep, that's it. You force yourself to get out that bed. I don't care if you got to lay on the floor. And so this morning she goes, Auntie Wanda, you were right. I was scared to wake up so early because I thought, well, I'm sleepy in the daytime. Let me get more sleep. But really, I was sleepy because my mornings were rushed and it set the tone for the rest of my day. She goes, but it's so hard. When that alarm clock goes off at 7 and I know I can sleep till 9 because I don't got to be at work till 10. It's so hard. And I was talking to her about what it means to deny self. Every day for the rest of your life, you will have to deny self so that you can be the more of the ideal self. You'll have to deny the addict in you that wants to sleep in late, that wants to eat the crappy food, that wants to gossip, that wants to talk about people, that wants to make declarations that are negative about your life. You're going to have to say no to the addict. And in this chapter, the choice, that's what he's talking about. Understanding that, yeah, you can play with the gray area if you want, but how many more years are you not going to accomplish the things you wanted to accomplish simply because you couldn't deny self enough to get out of the gray area? How long are we going to do that? We already know what that brings us. Just look. Are you satisfied? If you're not, then you got to say, self, you don't make the decisions no more. Ideal self gets to make the decisions. Ideal self wakes up early. She prays. She meditates. She reads. She journals. She eats her egg whites and her black coffee. She drinks her water throughout the day. She preps dinner early so she's not rushed in the evening. This is me talking to me. That's ideal self. And it's not easy. I have to deny current self all the time. And even harder, I have to recognize when current self is slipping into the gray area. I remember my husband and I talking about this, and he was saying, you know, this reminds me of being a pilot. When you are following a course, you are constantly course correcting. What does it mean to drive? What does it mean to fly? When you are driving, you're not just like this. Truly, you are correcting every second of the day. Because even if you were to let that wheel go, no matter how good your alignment is, that freeway isn't actually straight. That road isn't actually straight. And so we are constantly, in an attempt to get from A to B, we are constantly course correcting. When you're driving, you don't even realize that you're not just like this. You're making tiny adjustments as